Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Waitakere Bears out at Starling Park in Ranui, West Auckland. Game will be underway shortly. Just setting up at the moment. This game will be played between the Marist team and the Mount Abbott Ramblers. I'm Lani Hutchinson, coming to you on behalf of the Waitakere Bears today. Commentating this game for us today, assistant coach for the Waitakere Bears, Broden Nucky. We're expecting to be underway probably in about 2 or 3 minutes. Until then, sit back, relax, grab a beer if you're in New Zealand. If you're overseas, you might want to grab a coffee. I'm not sure of the time differences there, but look forward to coming back to you very shortly with some more fantastic softball being played at the Waitakere Bears.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double-barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound, unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
And kia ora everyone, good afternoon. Hope you're all having a fantastic day like we are out here at Starling Park. Just about to get underway here. Doing the pitching for Marist is Regan Lepian. Batting for Ramblers is the centre fielder. Gosh, how do you pronounce that? Kayla Taylor. One of Ramblers' American imports. A lot of speed, good contact with the bat. And she'll take the first pitch for a strike. Regan goes off speed there for outside. They'll take the count to 1-1. Regan actually just came back from the Emerging Sox tour over in the US. She did a pretty good job over there, so definitely Kayla's got a challenge ahead of her. That one will bounce hard into the ground for the second ball. Takes the count to 2-1. Nice hard drive through into right field. They'll try to make the play, but she's too quick. They'll shoot through their 3-4 hole, and Ramblers have their lead off on base. A nice single. That brings to the plate the shortstop, Brooke Whiteman. Looks to bunt, but she'll pull out as it's a ball, get ahead in the count. They'll check the swing, but Thomas says that's a big old no-no. Count 1-0. We'll see if she squares around again. She does. And that's a free stolen base for Kayla. She'll move into second, and the count will move to 2-0. So Ramblers with a good attacking chance here early. Oh, we've just got time. Left fielder is tying up a shoelace. She's done with that, so she'll shift back. So just a reminder here, Ramblers with a runner at 2, none down. And the count's 2-0. See if Brooke looks to continue with the bunt, or she's going to look to try and move her around with some hard hitting. She swings, and that's going to be a foul shot off down third baseline. Coach Linden thought he had a play there, but not quite. Regan sets up. Here's the delivery. And it's ripped hard to short. That's a good play. And that's an out. Fantastic play from Haley Carter over at shortstop. Reaches to her right, makes the play, and then with a big arm over to first base, gets Brooke Whiteman out on a bang-bang play. That keeps Kayla pinned at second base. So Ramblers now with captain Katrina Nukunuku at the plate. One down with a runner at 2. She'll foul that one straight up. One strike, no balls. Ground. It's another great diving play. Unfortunately, Haley had to go to her knees to make that stop and keep the ball in the infield and stop Kayla from advancing, so she couldn't quite make the throw over to 1. Still, fantastic stop, and once again it keeps Kayla pinned at second base, and now we have a forced situation with 1 down. Coming up to bat for Ramblers, Michelle Taku-Bedwell. Squares to bunt. Oh, and that's a stolen base to Kayla Taylor, and she'll do some push-ups just to show how quick she was. Either that or just try to palm off the awkward slide she made into third base. But hey, stolen base is stolen base, and now Ramblers at runners at third and second with one down. Michelle has a 1-0 count after that last pitch where she squared the bunt was low. Ooh, and that's a strike. Looks like Taku Bedwell didn't quite like the call, but strike's a strike, and that's going to take the count to 1-1 with one down. Marist playing in. The infield is inside the line, so they're looking to stop this run from getting home. That pitch will go high, takes the count to 2-1. And Michelle fires that one up into the net, moves the count to 2-2. And Michelle pops that one up. So that will see the second out of the inning made by Hayley Carter over at shortstop. Marist doing well to hold the Ramblers at bay here, but the job's not done. They've still got one out to make. And in to bat for the Ramblers is Leilani Andrew. So she'll see if she can come up clutch here with a 2-out hit to score at least one run. Maybe even Katrina Nukunuku from second base. First pitch is low and inside, so that's going to take it to a ball. Don't know if it's being picked up in the mic, but the wind's actually picked up a bit here and it's blowing inwards, so anything hitting the air is probably going to stay up for a while and be a catch. So she'll be looking to hit something hard through the field or into the ground. Pitch. Low again, that's 2-0. Big pitch here for Regan. She'll be looking to get back. Inside once again, moves it to 3-0. On deck for Ramblers, just with a 3-0 count here, is Georgia Faunt, the catcher. Regan delivers. And it's close, but it's a little bit high. So Leilani will take the walk. That'll load the bags with 2 down. And now Georgia comes up in a big situation for Ramblers here. Bit of advice from Kayla over at third base there. Score. Doesn't get much simpler than that. That first pitch will be outside. So already Georgia's up in the count 1-0. Regan will be looking to come back here. She doesn't want to get in a hole with a load of bags. It's a nice pitch on the inner half of the plate. Comes back to make it 1-1. Marist has gone back to a standard defense here. Obviously with 2 down, they're just looking to get that final out and get themselves out of this jam. Let that one go a little bit late. It's going to go high, and that's 2 balls, 1 strike. Big pitch here for Regan. She sets. Here comes the delivery. And it's driven down the left field line, and it's caught! Fantastic catch by the left fielder, Tegan Haneda. And Marist will get out of that innings without giving up a run, despite loaded bags. We'll catch you in a bit.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double-barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound, unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
Kia ora everyone, welcome back. Bottom of the first innings here. Marist up to bat and doing the pitching for Ramblers. As that first one will go for a swinging strike is import from the US, Rachel Hinks. Got some good speed on her, but she's also got a deadly change up there that Waitakere Bears saw in the last game. Leading off for Marist, Miller Glassy. That takes the count to 1-1. Marist did well to get out of that top of the innings there. After loading up the bags, they managed to get a nice catch out in left field, keep Ramblers without scoring. As the pitch comes in high, that takes it to 2-1. That pitch is low and out. That moves it to 3-1. Nice counter for Glacier to start the at-bat and start Marist's offense. And that's high. She'll toss the bat aside and move up to first base on a walk. That's the lead off for Marist. So it's a nice start for them. We'll see what they're looking to do to move her around. Oh, we've got a quick timeout here from the left fielder who made that great catch just in the top of the innings there, Tegan Hanida. Just going there to check out what the signals were. Happens to the best of us. Both Marist and Ramblers are looking for the win here, as they unfortunately went down in their first games. Obviously Ramblers went down to Waitakere Bears, while Marist suffered a defeat to Otahu. So both teams here really want this win. As it is classic in sport, only one can get it, so we'll have to see. Tegan set. It's a bunt. It'll pop up and it's a free catch, and Katrina will recover. And they'll take the out. Unfortunate there, but still tip of the hat to Ramblers first baseman Michelle Tucker-Bedwell. Got a good jump on the bunt, made a good catch, and Katrina Nuku over there at second base recovered to get the second out. So Marist now will look to try and spark a 2-down rally through Brooke Stillwell. Fouls that one back. Count goes to 0-1. Hinks takes the signal, delivers. And that's a strike right down Main Street as well. That takes the count to 0-2. Look to see if she goes to an off-speed pitch here. And she's ahead in the count. She's got them in her arsenal. Nope, she comes in hard once again, and Stillwell will foul that one off. And again, Hinks sits, pitches, and it's off speed. Stillwell gets a piece of it, grounds it to second base, and they'll take the out at first. And Ramblers will get out of the innings nice and quick. First three batters are retired eventually after a nice double play.
Bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Welcome back everyone, top of the second innings. Batting for Ramblers is the pitcher Rachel Hinks. She takes the first pitch, and it's going to be high for a ball. Ramblers made quick work of the first three batters of Marist. So they're already back into bat. See if they can do any damage this time as they move to their 7, 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup. Drive by Hinks into right field, and it'll bounce in. She's pushing for second base, and she'll slide in for the double. Calls time to make sure she can get up, and Ramblers get the start that they wanted. Bit of a sting in the tail there. Unfortunate for Marist's right fielder there, Holly Howard. Just one of those hits off the bat there that sort of curled off to the side, and you know, one of those hard reads, especially in classic Starling Park wind. But she recovers, gets the ball in, and they'll hold Hinks at second base with none down. And now batting for Ramblers, Candice William-Frey. That pitch goes into the back of the nets, so Hinks will move up to third base. And Ramblers with a good chance to get their first run of the game now, with none down and a runner at third. It's a nice comeback from Regan. She'll move to count to 1-1. Ramblers starting up the I Want Candy chant. And she'll smack it. Third base makes a read. Over to first, and that's a nice play by Marist to get the first out of the innings. Ashley Foley showing her composure there over a third. Takes the one bouncer, checks the runner, bang over to first. You'll see Marist once again has come back in to make sure that they're not giving up those hits, and also try and hold the runner at 3. Now batting for Ramblers, the catcher. No, sorry, shirt number 2. In defense, she's playing left field. Savannah Brady. So there's still one down here, so Marist remains in the infield in defense. Regan with the pitch. That's going to go high. Moves the count to 1-1. Here comes the pitch. High again. Brady will take that and move the count to 2-1 in her favour. Nice spot from the Marist Chaka on the outer half. And that moves the count to 2-2. Brady will just be looking to make some good contact here, try and force the play, preferably on the right-hand side of the field. Pitch. It's a good pitch. It's a little low. Brady's not tempted, so she'll move it to a full count with 1 down and a runner at 3. And it's a swing and a miss. Regan comes back to get the second out of the inning. A nice pitch on the inner half there. And despite getting a little bit to it, she just couldn't get enough, and the catcher comes through for the grab and the out. So that brings up to the plate for Ramblers, their leadoff hitter, Kayla Taylor, with 2 down and a runner at 3. And it's driven in. That's a fantastic catch out at second base by Stillwell. And once again, Marist hold Ramblers scoreless here. We'll be back soon.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
Kia ora everyone, welcome back. Bottom of the second innings here, after Marist did a great job to keep Ramblers at bay once again with a runner at 3. So coming up, see if she can help herself out, is the pitcher, Regan Lippin. First pitch from Hanks will go for a foul into the back of the net for a strike. Nice fastball on the outer half there from Hanks. She's pitch gets Leppin swinging. Moves the count to 0-2. And there's that change up. Forces the ground out. And the out will be taken. There's that dangerous change up we've been talking about on full display. And Leppin grounds out to the shortstop. Brooke Whiteman. And Whiteman will obviously go for the 6-3. And Ramblers get their first out of the inning. Now batting for Marist, Sarah Wallace. That first pitch will be high, so she'll get a walk. And that next pitch will be outside, so Sarah Wallace gets a nice count for her early here, 2-0. Sun has truly come out here at Starling Park, which is nice. And again, I'm sitting in a tent, so I'm not complaining, but I'm sure it's hot out there on the diamond. Hinks comes back with a strike on the outer half, which Wallace fouls off into the back of the net. Moves the count to 2-1. And it's a hold on the high pitch from Wallace. Moves the count to 3-1 here. Good hitters count. See if Hinks wants to come back at her. And that's a strike on that inner half. Hinks coming back here, makes it a full count. See who wins the battle. Here's the pitch, and it's a pitch on the outer half. Wallace goes with a defensive swing to try and foul it off. Can't get enough of it, and it goes into the catcher's mitt, so she'll be out. And we'll say as she walked off the diamond, there was a beep. So that's the second out for Ramblers in the bottom of the second. Now batting for Marist, their third baseman, Ashley Foley. And she fouls the first pitch up into the net. Makes it a 0-1 count. There's that change up. Even a catcher having a tough time reading it. Snow cones the catch, but still. Moves the count to 0-2. No doubt Foley will be guessing like we all are. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Needless to say, we're going to have a bit of a timeout on that one. Fouled off into the umpire's mask. And the self-diagnosis is no blood, all good. So we'll get back onto it. The count remains at 0-2. And another foul off by Foley, staying in this battle. Count remains at 0-2. And there's that change up, but the catch can't make the grab, and Foley's up to first base, and she'll be safe on the drop third strike with 2 down. Another one of those dangerous change-ups from Hinks, but it proves too dangerous as it bounces through the dirt past her catcher, and Foley gets up to first base in time. Marist with a runner on at 1 with 2 down, and now batting the shortstop, Hayley Carter. Carter's already had a couple of great plays with the glove in the field, so we see if she can back that up with the bat and keep this 2-down rally for Marist going. Foley takes off for second base, but there's a foul at the plate, so she'll head all the way back. Counts 0-2. Carter shortening up, and the pitch is close, but it's low. She keeps it short, grounds it up, and that's going to be a foul down the first base line. Carter using a defensive swing here. She's just going short on the handle, looking to make some good contact here, force some pressure on the Ramblers fielders to get the out themselves, rather than giving them the free out at the plate. And she fouls that one off too. Keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foley's still looking aggressive over at first base as the runner. Hanks gets the signal, the pitch, and it's driven. Katrina Nukunuku comes up with a backhand scoop, and she'll get the out at first base and retire Marist. So we'll move to the top of the third. Still no score. Catch you in a bit. Kia ora everyone, welcome back. Top of the third innings here in a scoreless game between Ramblers and Marist. Up to bat for Ramblers is their second batter in the lineup, Brooke Whiteman. First pitch is going to be low in the dirt for a ball. Doing the pitching for those of you who have just joined us for Marist is Regan Leppin. She's done well so far to keep the Ramblers at bay. Ramblers have managed to get runners on in both innings. In fact, in the first innings they had loaded bags. In the second innings they had a runner at 3 with none down, but both times the Marist defense managed to tighten up and keep Ramblers at bay. That ball's driven deep to left field, and it'll bounce in for a hit. And that's a nice recovery from the left fielder, Tegan Haneda. After that ball looked like it had a chance to go over the net for a ground rule double, but instead she'll recover it and make sure that they keep the runner at second base. Still, perfect lead off for Ramblers. They already have a runner in scoring position, with the heart of their lineup now coming up. And starting it off will be Katrina Nukunuku. First pitch. And she'll shovel for it. They'll look to make the play. Hayley Carter tried to come up with that play there. She went into the fence, but just couldn't hold on to it. Got some leather to the ball. But as the Ramblers dugout so kindly said, so close but so far. And Katrina Nuku drives this one to right field. The catch will be made and the throw's coming in. They'll look to get her at 3, but Brooke Whiteman's too quick and she'll hold up at 3rd after getting advanced by the fly ball from Katrina Nuku. Nice catch there from the Marist right fielder, Holly Howard. Good take. Straight into the throwing stance. Look to get her out, but as I say, Whiteman's got the speed that she gets over to 3 with ease. So now that brings up to the plate with 1 down and the runner at 3. Michelle Taku Bedwell. Ramblers defense once again playing inside the lines. They'll look to hold that runner at 3. As that ball gets fouled off straight up into the net. Moves the count to 1-1 with 1 down in the top of the 3rd. The pitch. And it's driven. Stopped by Wallace. Wallace makes the stop to keep Whiteman at 3rd base, but unfortunately she can't get into a position where she can get the out at 1, despite second baseman Brooks Stillwell getting across the cover of the base. So that means Ramblers have runners on the corners, runners at 1 and 3, with 1 down, and now batting for them, Leilani Andrew. First pitch is high for a ball. We'll look to see if Ramblers want to put the runner in motion here with Whiteman at 3rd base, create some chaos. Andrew squares for a bunt, but she pulls out. That moves the count to 2-0. But Taku Bedwell will remain at 1st base to start taking a big jump. So definitely Ramblers looking to do some things here. They haven't quite figured out how to get that runner over to 2nd base. Here's the pitch. And that's driven to short. And they look to get the play at 3rd base, but it won't quite work out for them. Haley Carter there made a great play to keep the ball in the middle of the field. Unfortunately, she goes for the pump fake to 1st base to see if she can get Whiteman jumping off 3rd, but it won't quite work, and now Ramblers once again will load the bags up for some big scoring opportunities with just 1 down. Up to bat for them is the catcher, Georgia Faunt. That's going to be a ball, must be just up in the zone. Moves to 1-0, so already she's off to a good start here. Bit of pressure on Marist now, we'll see what they can do. They've done well so far to keep Ramblers at bay. Here's the pitch. And that one's popped up. It's short into centre field and it's going to drop in for a hit. Stillwell has the ball and she'll throw it to 3rd base, but the runners are safe all around. And Ramblers get their first run of the game. That's just one of those hits there that unfortunately just drops into the hole that Marist can't quite cover. So now of 1 down, up comes Rachel Hinks, the pitcher, to see if she can help herself out. She had a double the last time, so if she could do one of those again, Rams will get a couple of runs here. She drives it up the 3rd baseline, but it's foul. No doubt Taku Bedwell, a bit of gymnastics there. Had to get out the way. Count is 1 strike against Hinks. But there's only 1 down. Here's the pitch. That's high and it's going to go back for a pass ball. In comes Taku Bedwell and she's safe at the plate. The ball's still loose. Ball went to the back of the net and we didn't have anyone covering home plate, so Taku Bedwell will get in there. That removes any force plays to home, as the other runners will advance as well to be at second and third. Count is 1-1 on Hinks. Reminder, it's 1 down. Now 2-0 to Ramblers on top of the third. The pitch. Hinks will drive this one into short centre field. There's no play on it. And so Font will come in to... Andrew will come in to score. And Hinks helps herself out as she moves the score to 3-0 with 1 down. Now batting for Ramblers, Candice Frey. And it's a big swing and a miss. A nice drop ball there from Leppin. Marist just looking to stop the bleeding here. And this one will bounce and it'll shoot off to the left, and both the runners will advance on the play. So that'll move the count to 1-1. Now once again the force play is broken up by Ramblers with the runners advancing. So they'll have runners at 2 and 3 with 1 down. This pitch comes off the plate, but there's going to be no play from the Ramblers runner, which is Georgia Font over there at third base. Obviously she just didn't feel she got a good enough jump. Decided to play it safe and she held at third base. Backing Candice Frey to do the job with the stick. And this pitch will be low and inside as well. So after getting a swinging strike for the first pitch of the at-bat, Lippin's just struggled a little bit here to find the zone again. She's now at 3-1, so she'll be looking to come back here. And that one's going to go high for ball 4, and that's going to be a walk to load the bags once again for Ramblers. Which brings up the left fielder, Savannah Brady, with 1 down. Marist calls time just to try and settle themselves. The coach is on the diamond. And we've got a positional change, and it's going to be the pitcher. Kia ora everyone, welcome back. Ramblers doing the damage here in the third inning. They've scored 3 runs so far, and that's forced a pitching change from Marist. So Brooke Glassy has come into the game onto the bump to see if she can stop the bleeding here, as Ramblers have loaded bags with 1 down and Savannah Brady batting. She's the 9th batter in this Ramblers lineup, meaning there's more damage to come if it comes to the top of the order. So Glassy will look to shut it down. Here's the pitch. That's 1-1 on the count now. Just for anyone that is wondering why we're having to cut out every once in a while there with the audio, it's just because they've got copyrighted music down here at the ballpark that's playing. So just to keep everyone happy and keep everyone who owns the music and whatnot from, especially YouTube in general, just from taking down our live streams or our vision or whatever else, we just mute the microphones, mute the audio, so it doesn't pick up that music. And then obviously once the game's back on and there's no music playing, then we come back to the action and you get stuck with my voice again. That one's going to be grounded and it's through the 5-6 hole. Ramblers will score a run on the play as Brady picks up an RBI with a single into left field, and the Ramblers still going and there's no one at the plate. Oh, well, that'll hype up the Ramblers just a little bit as they literally steal another run. So that moves the score to 5-0 for Ramblers, and it's still 1 down here in the top of the third. And now back up to the top of the order for Mount Albert, meaning Kayla Taylor is back on. Here's the pitch. That one's going to go high into the back of the net, and the Ramblers runners will advance to second and third. We've got time. Obviously just want to have a quick chat, see where they're at. Kayla Taylor's 1 for 2 on the day. She had a double in her first at bat before a nice drive was taken by Brooke Stillwell last time up. We'll see what she can do this time. She shows bunt, but she pulls out with the pitch going outside. That's going to move the count to 2-0 here. So a nice hitters count for Taylor. Glassy looking to come back. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be low. Marist wanted to check if there's a swing. Yes, they'll call it. As she shows the bunt and on her way pulling out, they'll say that that's a swing. Taylor doesn't agree, but she's not the umpire, so she'll get the call against her. And we'll call time again for the catcher to have a quick chat with Glassy. Taylor's still arguing the case, but it'll go down in the books as a swing. As they say out these ways, unluckyos. So after the check swing is called, that's going to move the count to 1 strike and 2 balls. Still only 1 down here. And that pitch is a little bit low. Close, but low. So that means it's 3-1. Glassy with a little bit of work to do here to keep Ramblers from loading the bags up once again. And Taylor will foul this one off down the left field line. So that'll move it to a full count. So with a full count, 1 down, runners on 2 and 3. We'll see what Glassie's got for Taylor here. She sets, here comes the pitch. And it's driven out to second base. Stillwell gets it. She'll take the out of 1, but Ramblers will score a run on the play. As Candice Frey comes in to score. Savannah Brady moves up to third, but the out is taken at 1. So Taylor will pick up an RBI, and Ramblers now 2 down, still have a runner at 3. Batting Brooke Whiteman. First pitch is a strike. Whiteman in her last at-bat had a double, which she shot out to the left field. So we'll see if she can come up with another hit like that, or if Glassie can shut this gate and get them out of this inning. The score now 6-0 in Ramblers' favour. All 6 runs coming in this third inning. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Whiteman having a geese. Nods after the pitch is taken. And she gets the bat to the ball, but it's just going to dribble up to Wallace at first base, and she'll step on her bag to get the out. So Ramblers with a lot of damage, 6-0. We'll see you in a bit.
Big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper.
Welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the third innings here. Ramblers doing some serious damage in the top half of this inning, jumping out to a 6-0 lead after they batted through the lineup. Marist looking to respond here with recently entered into the game pitcher Brooke Glassie, where she finds herself behind 0-2 here to Ramblers pitcher Rachel Hanks. Hanks looking a bit more aggressive now that she's got herself a lead, as this one's popped up. But Michelle Taki Bedwell makes a nice catch over the shoulder. So that'll retire Brooke Glassie. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Now batting Holly Howard, 9th batter in this Marist lineup, so the top of the order coming up. As Hanks' first pitch will be high for a ball. And we'll have a quick timeout as Georgia Faunt goes out to have a quick chat with Hanks, get them on the same page. Hanks settles in, she'll take the signal. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be low, 2-0 in Howard's favour. Reminder, both these teams are looking for a win after suffering losses in their first round. With only 4 teams at the tournament, it is important to pick up games when you can get them, because at the end of the double round robin, only 2 will stand and move through to the final. And that's going to be a strike. So Hanks slowly working her way back into this battle. Count is 1-3. Or 3-1, I should say. And she'll paint the outer half with another strike to move it to a full count. So now a bit of pressure back on Howard. Started well in this at-bat with some good discipline, but Hanks isn't going to let her off so easily. See what she tries to go with here on the full count pitch. And it's a rise ball, and Howard will chase. So that's the second out of the innings. But Marist now looking for a 2-down rally, and who better to start it than the top of their order, Miller Glassy. And the first pitch from Hanks in that at-bat is a strike. Glassy just asking the umpire if that was a little bit high. Umpire tells her no. So that's a strike. There comes that change-up, but Glassy knows to hold off, and that moves the count to 1-1. And Glassy will foul that one off into the back of the net. Pitch on the inner half. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hanks looking to finish this inning off with a bang. She'll take the signal, the pitch, and it's a rise ball, but it's fouled off to the right side of the field. Glassy staying alive in this battle. And another one, and she'll foul tip it into the catcher's glove for the out. So Ramblers well and truly take a hold of this game in the third inning. After scoring 6 runs of their own, they shut Marist out in the bottom half, and it moves to 6-0 as we head to the fourth. Catch you in a bit.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to...
Welcome back, everyone. Moving to the top of the fourth innings here, with Ramblers up 6-0. Leading off for them in this innings is the third batter, Katrina Nukunuku. So she'll look to spark another inning here. She's had a good day with the bat. First pitch is high from relief pitcher Brooke Glassy. Had a really tight duel in the first 2 innings here, as neither side was able to find a run. But Ramblers came out strong in the last innings, put 6 runs on the board and take control of this game. They'll look to keep the pressure on here with a couple more runs in this inning. Got a pretty darn good batter to try and start that off for them too. And here's the pitch from Glassy. Nuku will ground it through the 5-6 hole there into left field, and she'll be on base with a lead-off single here in the 4th for Ramblers. Saw that pitch on the inner half and just went with it. Drove it through that 5-6 hole as third baseman Ashley Foley just couldn't get to it. Glassy comes back with a strike to start this at-bat. Unfortunately, we weren't given the official lineups here, so I know it's a pinch hitter. It's definitely not Michelle Tucker-Bedwell batting, but I'm not 100% sure who it is. But it's still taken for a second strike. We're just trying to find that out now, sorry. Bex. Appears to be Rebecca Fogel. And she'll get enough of this one as it drops into the right field. That's curling away. Katrina Nukunuku's looking to go to third. She'll go to that base. And now Fogel will move on the throw, and she's up to second base. So some smart base running there from Ramblers as they continue to put pressure on this Marist field with their batting. Once again, just one of those curling hits off the bat that just tucks away from the right fielder and bounces all the way off into the fence. So not much you can really do with it except try to recover it and keep the base running to a limitation, but Ramblers do well. They move runners up to 2 and 3 with none down here in the top of the 4th. As Glassy's first pitch to Nicole McMillan is a ball. But she'll come back with a nice pitch on the inner half. Just clipping the bottom of the zone there for a strike, and that's 1-1. And she comes back at her with another one. Moves the count to 1-2. McMillan will just be looking to make some contact here, just to move the ball, put the pressure on the Marist field, and look to score that runner from third. Glassy's looking to not allow that to happen. Here's the pitch, and it will bounce behind her. Nuku doesn't get the jump that she wants, and she'll hold at third base. So no damage done, no harm done. Just moves the count to 2-2. So still in Glassy's favour a little bit here. As McMillan will once again look to do the damage. Here's the pitch from Glassy. It's on the inside. Can't find a bit of that plate, so that moves it to a full count. Marist once again playing inside the lines. They're still looking to keep that runner from third from scoring with some aggressive defense. McMillan grounds it. Nukunuku's running on the hit, and she's in to score. McMillan is out at first base, but Fogel will move up to third on the play. So a nice jump there from Nukunuku to be able to score on that play despite it being hit to the left side of the field. Still, Marist get the out that they needed, as they'll make another change here. So that moves the score to 7-0 in Ramblers' favour here in the top of the 7th. Back after that little bit of a music break there, we've got Leah Stockford pinch hitting for the Ramblers with a runner at 3 and 1 down. First pitches are going to be a strike there. She's just checking where that is at the top of the zone, and the umpire says yep. And a drive from Stockford, that'll move out to right field. Vogel's tagging on the play, and she'll hold there. So Marist do well enough to stop the runner from scoring at third, despite the attempted sack fly from Stockford. As it looks like Rams will make another change here. Carrying quite a big squad, so between the bits of paper that we've all got of their shirt jersey numbers and everything, this happens to be another one that we don't quite have, so as soon as I find out the name I'll let you know. Two down with a runner at third here for Ramblers. And it's a swing and a miss for the first pitch. And that's going to be a strike as well. So batting for Ramblers is Nerida Elson as she takes that pitch low. In my defence, on the sheet here it has her as number 14, but hopefully you can see in the video there that she is indeed number 4. Don't shoot me. Glassy comes back with a great pitch on the inner half to strike out Elson, and Marist get out of the innings, just giving up one run. But Ramblers with a good lead here, 7-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll catch you in a bit.
Bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound, unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper.
Kia ora, welcome back everyone. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here with Ramblers on a comfortable 7-0 lead. We've just made a pitching change and brought in Nerida Elson after 3 solid innings of work from Rachel Hanks. Batting for Marist, second time round in their lineup, is Tegan Harneta. Unfortunately for her in her first at-bat, she gave up a double play after her attempted bunt was caught by the first baseman, and the runner on first shot off without looking. So we'll see what she can do this time round. Count of 1-1. And that's going to be a nice strike on the inner half. Looks like Tegan knew it. Takes the count to 1-2. Here's the pitch from Elson. It's a rise ball, and Hanata is not tempted, so that moves the count to 2-2. Ramblers obviously with a bit of a buffer to work with here, but they definitely won't be wanting to give up any runs, as they have a chance to go for the mercy rule in the next inning. As Elson enters the game with a strikeout. Not a bad way to start your pitching. Hanata swings through the drop ball, and that'll allow them to have one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Batting now for Marist is Brooke Stillwell. She'll look to spark something for her team here after grounding out in the first innings. Back in action, Elson with the pitch. And that's going to be a rise ball to start it. Stillwell isn't interested, and she'll take it for the first ball. So as I was saying, Ramblers will be looking to shut up shop here as they move to the fifth inning after this. And obviously with a 7-0 lead, they'll be looking for the mercy rule as it's 7 runs ahead in 5 innings of play. Elson goes to another rise, but once again it's just a little bit too high. Stillwell manages to hold off. And now the count in her favour, 2-0. And nice pitch from Elson with a drop ball on the inner half of the plate to come back. Moves the count to 2-1. Once again with the rise, and Stillwell just is not interested in it at all. So she'll get to 3-1 on the count. And the pitch. And that one's going to be too high, so Stillwell will earn a walk. She's up to first base here with one down in the bottom of the fourth. So that brings to the plate for Marist, Reagan Lippin. She started the game pitching for Marist, but was relieved by Brooke Glassy. Now she's here to do some batting, see if she can help her team out with a stick. And it's a nice drive into the left centre, and that'll drop in for a hit as Brooke Stillwell moves up to second base, and she'll get back just in time. She's having a giggle with Katrina Nukunuku. I think they both know how close that play was. Still, nice little rally that Marist has got going here. They're starting to get some volume in the dugout too, sensing they've got a chance to score some runs here and get themselves back in this game. So that'll bring up into the box for Marist with one down here, Sarah Wallace. See what damage she can do with the bat. There to Elson, just looking to get through this first inning of work for herself. Here's the first pitch to Wallace, and it's going to be a ball in the outer half. And Wallace will hold. Elson looking to get her to chase that rise ball at the top, but she's not interested. And once again, Wallace with a good hitters count here. She's up 2-0 in the count. And that's a strike, so Wallace will get the first strike of her at bat. Count now 2-1. Elson started this inning quite strongly. She got that strikeout on Tegan Hanata. But now Marist, sensing themselves have a bit of a chance here, after Stillwell and Leppin managed to get on base via a walk and a hit to the outfield respectively. Elson with the pitch. And Wallace drives this one to shortstop and it'll get through. Stillwell's rounding third. She's going to come home on this play and she's going to score at the plate on a drive by Wallace. Just gets under the glove of Whiteman there and goes out into left field. So Marist get their first run of the game, move the score to 7-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And it's still only 1 down. Next up to bat for Marist in the 6th hole is their third baseman, Ashley Foley. Elson takes the sign, here comes the pitch. And their first pitch to Foley is going to be low, so ahead in the count once again, 1-0 here. And this time she comes back for a strike, but Foley fouls it off into the top of the nets. So that's a 1-1 count with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on 2-1 here for Marist. Definitely looking to get a couple more runs here to get right back into this contest. And that rise ball is going to be left by Foley. And she's going to get ahead in the count once again, 2-1. Ooh, and she thought she got a strike. Umpire didn't agree. First baseman thought she had a strike. Umpire didn't agree. So now we got a 3-1 count in Foley's favour. Elson with a little bit of work here to do to get out of this jam, while Foley's just looking to convert some more runs for her team. And she drives this one into left field, but it's a good read there by Savannah Brady. So Ramblers will get their second out after a catch in left field on Foley's drive. So it's 2 down now with the runners still at 1 and 2. Marist looking to score those runs, get themselves back in this contest with the Ramblers leading 7-1 at the bottom of the 4th. Now batting for Marist, Hayley Carter, the shortstop. Their first pitch on the inner half. Umpire likes it and he'll give her the hoop. So that's a 0-1 count. And Elson with the pitch. And that's driven shortstop. Wyman will take the glove, throws it over the first base, and she'll get the out. Bang, bang play to take out Carter. Still, Marist score 1 run there and get themselves on the board. So that moves it to 7-1. Rams will look to reply here in the top of the 5th to give themselves a chance to shut this game out with a mercy. We'll be back soon. Kia ora everyone, to those of you joining us. It's now the top of the 5th innings here. Ramblers are up 7-1 in the game after a big third innings where they scored 6 runs. Batting for Ramblers now is their 8-hole hitter, Candice Frey. She finds herself behind a little bit early here with Brooke Glassy going at the first 2 pitches for strikes. So she's up 0-2. We'll see what she goes to here, where she's looking to chase, or goes right at her, and we'll get the strikeout. Called third strike. No mucking around. First 3 pitches, first 3 strikes. So that brings up for Ramblers the 9-hole hitter, Savannah Brady. Made a nice catch in left field in the last innings to stop Marist's mini rally after they got a couple of runners on base and scored their first run of the game. Took a nice catch off Ashley Foley's drive to left field and stopped the rally in its tracks. Glassy once again with a nice strike on the outer half. A lot more aggressive coming out in this inning than she was in the previous. Still 1-1 in the count. Here's the pitch. And this one's grounded over to shortstop. Shortstop with the throw over to first base, and that'll be a bang bang out. Nice play there by Hayley Carter at shortstop. Realised she didn't have much time on the play. Comes up with a nice scoop. Throws it over to first base where Sarah Wallace is waiting and takes the out. So that's 2 down now, and we're up to the top of the order. So batting for Ramblers here is a pinch hitter, Ruby Nola. She's taken over for Kayla Taylor after the American import had a pretty solid, I would say, 3 at-bats so far for Ramblers. So we'll see what Ruby Nola can do with her first at-bat of the game. She's got a nice start here with a 2-0 count. Glassy comes back with the hooey and gets her first strike of the at-bat. Replays the signal, gets the pitch. Oh, and that's going to skirt inside, bounces off. So that moves the count to 3-1. And nice pitch on the outer half. We'll get Ruby Nola swinging. So that'll load up the count here with 2 down in the top of the 5th. Glassy with the pitch. And it's driven by Nola into left field. But it's well read, and that'll be an out taken to retire the side. As Marist keeping this game, 7-1's the score. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 5th.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double-barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration.
Welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, there for Irma Tuisau Fafita, got a nice cheeky surprise bunt down, but then on her way up to first base, tripped up and never quite got there, so she is indeed out. Still, everyone's having a good giggle about it, and that's why you love softball, ladies and gentlemen. Even though we are in a competition, everyone can appreciate the lighter side of things, and just enjoy a quality day down at the ballpark. So that was the first out of the inning for Marist, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. Elson with the pitch. She'll get a strike called there. So that's going to move the count to 1-1 with Phoenix Diamantes batting, pinch hitting, I should say, here for Marist. And she drives this one up the first baseline, but it's going to stay foul. Did have a chance there, but couldn't quite hold on. So now 1-2 the count. Elson looking to put another one away. Here's the pitch. And this one will be grounded to the first base side. There's a bit of misconfusion, and the player's safe at first base. Diamantes is able to run that one out as Ramblers didn't quite figure out who they wanted to first base to be covered by. And Ramblers were trying for the cheeky tag with Diamantes standing on the orange bag, but umpire Thomas says he's having none of that, and she'll be safe at first base. So that brings up the top of the order, Miller Glassy with one down, bottom of the 5th. Elson's pitch, and that's going to be a ball on the outer half. Just checking how far out. Enough to be called a ball, I guess. Glassy drives this one into center field, but the read is taken. That's going to be a catch. So that's going to be the second out of the innings. For Ramblers. And now batting for Marist is Tegan Haneta. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch, but she didn't get a piece of it. So Elson will get a hit in the count, 0-1. Phoenix Diamantes still over at first base. That pitch is going to be on the outer half. The pitch is thrown down to first base, but she's back in time. Just keeping her honest over there by the looks. Cheeky giggle between the base runner and the catcher. And this one's driven to second base. Katrina Nuganu will pocket it and scoop it over to second base. Whiteman's there waiting for the third out, and that will retire the side. So we move into the 6th inning now. Ramblers still holding on to a 7-1 lead. We'll be back soon. Alright, so that's going to be a timed ball game, folks. So Ramblers will run out winners in this one. After 5 innings of play, they win the game 7-1. So that's their first win in the books. Marist suffer their second loss. We'll be back for the next game here on the Diamond Mun. It's going to be Otahu versus Waitakere. So we'll catch you for that one.
Welcome back to Auckland at the Waitakere Bears Classic. Game currently being played on, or about to start on Diamond 1 is the Waitakere Bears vs Otahu. Just getting underway as we speak. Quickly just running through the Bears lineup. But before we'll do that, in the box currently for Otahu is number 2, Krista Hoani. For the Bears though, Karina Hale is taking the mound today, pitching to Arahan Noanoa. Rebecca Bromhead on first, Aisha Hooper second, Evie Craig on shortstop. Brooklyn Timu is playing 3. Taylor Maxwell has slid around to left field. Kyla Bromhead playing centre field, and Tegan Bromhead playing right field. Game being brought to you today via the assistance of Hollywood Fish Farms. Big thanks to them for providing us the capability to be able to bring these live streams to you. Ball driven down the first base line, called fair. Giving Hoane a stand-up double. So that'll bring it into the box for Otahu, number 4, Miriana Makia. So a rise ball there, not being able to be secured by the catcher, and the blue taking that one fair square in the mask. So just taking a second just to make sure the blue's okay, and it looks like we're all good to go. But also gave Hoani the opportunity on that loose pitch to advance to third. So Otahu with a runner in striking distance now. No mistake from Hale on that one, straight down the tram line. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Mark here getting a piece of that, but with the prevailing wind coming in from the westerly, with that fly, it was drifted back out over the first base line for foul. So 2-2 the count now. Oh, Hale just slowing that one down. Mark here just swinging a wee bit early, popping that over third base line for foul. It's already a nice little battle between pitcher and batter starting on this one. And a beautiful drop there by Hale to bring up the third strike, bringing Otahu their first out for the inning. Still trying to gather our lineups here, so I do apologise. I've got number 33, Gretchen, in the box. Still trying to just locate a surname for her. Just a wee bit low from Hale on that one. Strike called. Just rip that off. Just flied off into the overhead net for a foul. So count holding at 2-2. So we've got that now. So yeah, currently in the box, number 33, Gretchen Alcoin. Had a big swing and a miss for the third strike on that one. So Hale up 2 here, no hitters on yet. Sorry, just the one hitter on. Mariana Markia still currently sitting out on third. So that'll bring up number 3, Beth Reed. Big swing from Reed. She's keen on a piece, but couldn't connect. Another swing by Reed, but couldn't get a piece of that one either. So she's got 2 on her now in the count. So yeah, the line was beautiful, but I think just a wee bit high. Hale just mixing up a wee bit, just trying to tempt Reed, but couldn't get her on that one. And driven nicely by Reed to centre field to secure that single and bring in the first run for Otahu. That'll bring into the box now number 13, Jennifer Ferret-Breer. Ball low, she's going. And a beautiful throw down from Noa to Hooper out at second for the tag, giving them the third out. So side away here at Starling Park. We will go into the bottom of the first 0-0 ball game. Back in a sec.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double-barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
Welcome back to home of the Waitakere Bears, Starling Park, Ranui in Auckland. Game currently being played by the Waitakere Bears and Otahu. We are heading into the bottom of the first. Little ball game. So quickly just running through the defensive lineup for Otahu today. We've got Lauren Parker on the mound today. She's pitching to Satana Harris. Gretchen Aucoin is on first. Courtney Olmer on second. Jennifer Ferret-Brea is playing third. Miriana Markia is your shortstop today. Krista Hawani is playing left field. Alison Moy is centre field. And Beth Reid will be on ninth out in right field. So unfortunate for Hooper there, who was the first up for the Bears. Gave it a nice punch, but I think Aucoin for Otahu had springs in her legs and seemed to pluck that out of the clouds to give the Bears their first down. So coming into the box now, number 25, Karina Hale. Still a bit outside there for a ball. Good patience being shown by Hale, letting that one go by. So 2 balls, no strikes. So 3 and none the count. Hale just having a look there. Strike called. So 3 and 1. And Hale letting that one dust off the outside of the plate for a freebie down to first. Nukunuku just calling for a DR to go out to first, so number 5 Michaela Cross will come in to run for Hale. Brings up to the plate, number 9, Rebecca Bromhead. So Bromhead getting a beautiful piece of that one, but one just taking that out over the third base line with the fly for a foul. So Cross will come back to first and reset. Strike called. Must have been right on the outer limit of a low ball there. Got Bromhead to turn her head in question. So Cross nicely stealing second there with a pop-up slide. So counts holding at 2-2. Rise ball just getting away a wee bit from Parker. So a full count. Swing and a miss for Bromhead. So 2 down now for the Bears. Runner on 2, and that'll bring into the box number 69, Kyla Bromhead. So a wee bit low on that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Probably just taking a second to adjust her helmet. And that'll bring up the 4th ball, giving Kyla a freebie down to first. So Bears now with runners on 1 and 2, and that'll bring into the box number 34, Brooklyn Timu. So ball low. Hit hard by Timu, straight back at the pitcher who wasn't able to secure that. So she'll go through for a single. Nice piece of work there by Timu advancing the runners. So Bears now sitting there with loaded bags. And that'll bring up number 12, Araha Noanoa. Quite lucky being joined by one of the Prem players, Kayla Clark, who was sitting next to us anxiously waiting to take over this mic and get this voice that was designed for silent movies off the air. So she'll take over probably in the second or third inning. Kayla, one of the most experienced players in the team, having celebrated her 200th Premier game with the club. So Parker will just be looking to settle herself down a wee bit now. Obviously won't be too happy having loaded bags out there. Got Noanoa on the change up then. Took a swing but came up empty. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So I thought she'd held, but has been called that the swing went for the third out for the Bears. So they've left 3 on that one. Won't be too happy with that, but we'll be back in a second. Going into the top of the second, 0-all ball game.
Thank you for tuning in. We're going into the top of 2. Up to bat, number 13. Jennifer Ferret-Brea. That ball low. Foul ball. So the count is 2 strikes, 1 ball. Nice hard hit out to a shortstop, which ends the out, making it 1 out. Up to bat, number 29, Santana Harris. Having a look at that, coming into strike 1. Karina Howard chucking a good game, completing into going into second strike. She does want to face. Foul ball. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Santana holding on that change. A nice hit out to left field, caught by Taylor Maxwell. That's 2 outs. Up to bat, number 10, Alison Mohi. First pitch is a ball. Foul ball. count is 1-1. Ali watched that ball right to the plate. Very aggressive at the plate. Another foul ball. Her count now is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice hit into the infield with Aisha Hooper taking out the out. Side away, that completes a Otahu side of batting.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with the Texas.
Thank you for coming back in. We're at bottom of 2 now. Up to bat, number 6 is Tegan Bromhead. Having a look there, going for ball 1. Tegan makes contact out to second base from number 23, Courtney. 1 out. Up to bat, number 15, Evie Craig. Caught looking there, coming to strike 1. Ball 1. Ball got hit to third base, Jen Ferret, and she got on base. Nice single. Single from Era. Up to bat, number 17, Taylor Maxwell. And DR's come in, Michaela Cross, number 5. Low ball with Taylor having to dodge it and jump over it, which advances Michaela from first to second. Taylor Maxwell actually used to play for Otahu, so her nerves might be a little bit freaky at the moment. Nice drive on the infield, and she makes it on the error, and she's keep moving with scoring Michaela across, and Taylor Maxwell has advanced herself to second base, which makes the game 1-1. Up to bat, number 7, Aisha Hooper. Having a look there. Strike 1. Isha putting the bunt down. Parker wanting to throw it. And on the error, she made it to first. Taylor Maxwell ran from second base and she scored. It makes the game 2-1 to Bears. Just going to have a timeout. Otahu just want to have a quick chat, just to recap. Coming back in, we got Karina Howard, number 25, up to bat. It's ball 1 right there. It's a nice line drive past third base, which moves it to first and advance Aisha. So there's a runner on 1 and 2 now, and up to bat is Rebecca Bromhead. Rebecca would be quite keen to score these two right now, so she's going to really focus in on this pitch. She saw an opportunity and had to go at it. So it's 1 strike. Also, we've had Aisha and Karina Howell steal bases, so they're now sitting at third base and second base. Oh, we're going into a timeout while the umpires just have a quick discussion to confirm if it was a foul ball, if it was on a strike. Umpires have made a decision, and it was a swing, not a foul ball.
Let's go, pick up.
Parker threw the ball, leading into a second strike. Rebecca Bromhead saw all of that ball, which now brings it to 2 strikes, 1 ball. Rebecca's really good keeping deep in the zone. Saw all of that, which now brings it to 2 balls, 2 strikes. A big hit from Rebecca Bromhead, going out to left field. It did go into the foul territory zone. Rebecca zoned in, saw that, which brings it to 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Becca!
Wanting to stay in there, she wanted to get rid of that one. She made contact with that. Still, full count. Becca advanced to first base on a walk. Very, very good at keeping in the deep in the count, which will now bring up to base, or up to plate, number 69, Kyla Bromhead. Be back in a second.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Cool. It appears that both coaches have made some changes at the moment, but at the moment we've got powerhouse number 69, Kyla Bromhead, into the box. So who's coming to the field? Number 5, Megan Gladding as catcher. Number 2nd base, Sammy Parks. Number 15, Santana Harris has now moved into first base. And a foul ball from Kyla. Also another change for Bears is Kiara Toma, number 3, has come in to run for Karina Hale. We're still sitting at 2-1, bottom of second. Kyla head down to third base with Jennifer Brea touching her base, completing the out. Side away. We'll be back in a second.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between...
We're back into a top of 3. We have number 6, Lauren Parker, up to bat. She saw that, she had to go. It went foul ball. Oda will be quite keen to get back those runs that were scored by Waitakere Bears. A swing and miss there by Lauren Parker, which comes to 2 strikes. Saw the ball came down, wanted to have a go at it. She just missed it. Completes her at bat. Up to bat now is number 5, Megan Gladding. First pitch, she saw it and hit it out to centre field, which Kyla Bromhead got the out. Makes it 2 outs now. Up to bat, we have number 2, the very big powerhouse, Krista Hawani. She wanted to have a look there, just readjusting herself, came back in, strike 1. She saw that pitch come down low, which makes her count 1 ball, 1 strike. Saw that come through. That now brings it to 2 balls, 1 strike. Very zoned in the batter's box. She saw the pitch come down from Karina Howe. Knew it was coming out on the outside, which gives it now 3 balls, 1 strike. Nice big deep hit into the outfield. Kyla's picked the ball up and hit her cut. Krista ran and advanced to second base. Coming up to the plate, number 4, Miriana Markia. Man, I like that pitch. Went into foul territory. Foul. Strike one. Still 2 out. Mariana Makia had the ball up in the infield. Isha catching that one, which completes the top of third. We'll be right back. And we're back at the bottom of 3. Up to play, we've got number 34, Brooklyn Temu. The score's still 2-1 to Waitakere Bears. Nice pitch on the first go. Trying to get ahead of the count, which brings it to 1 strike. Brooklyn Temu saw that. Heading down into second base with Sammy Parks. Got the out at 1. Up to bat, number 12, Aroha Noanoa. Dead ball. Brings up her first strike. Aroha sealed that coming down. Knew it was a ball. So it's ball 1, strike 1. Ball on the outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Aroha made contact on that one, hitting the ball to Miriana Makia, which completes the out. That makes it 2 outs. Up to bat, number 6, Tegan Bromhead. Tegan saw it on the outside, wanted to ever go there. Foul ball. Tegan saw that. Nice line drive between second base and shortstop. Moving it to first base. Brings up to the plate, number 15, Evie Craig. And coming into run number 5, Michaela Cross. Saw the ball coming in. A little bit too high for her. 1 ball. If you wanted to get a hold of that one, just tipped it. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saw the pitch come down, just got under it. Foul ball. This is 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 down. She swung and just missed it, which makes it side away, going into top of 4. We'll be right back. We're at the top of 4 now. We've had some defence changes for the Waitakere Bears. Coming into left field is Bohemian Quinn at number 13. And we're moving Taylor Maxwell out to centre field. Up to bat, we have got number 3, 33, Gretchen Orgoin. Umpire liked that ball on the outside, which brings it into 1 strike. Gretchen wanted to pull that one in. Foul tip that one, which makes it 2 strikes on her now. Got call watching. 3rd strike. That completes her at bat. Up to bat number 3, Beth Reed.
Let's go, Chile!
It's a swing and miss right there for Beth Reed. That's a 1st strike. She saw that change it coming from Karina Howe, knew it was a ball. She now brings it to 1 strike, 1 ball. It's a nice cut from Beth Reed, which now brings it to 2 strikes, 1 ball. They saw it was coming on the outside. See it as a ball, which now brings it to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going deep into her count, should be very keen to hit right now. A nice solid line drive out to left field. Gets her on first base. So we've got 1 down, and up to bat we now have 13, Jennifer Ferret-Breer. Ball 1. Farina comes in with a strike. It's now 1-1. Jennifer Ferrer hit the hard out to centre field. Beth Reid runs into third base. Jennifer stays at first. Up to bat we have is number 29, Santana Harris. We're still at 1 out. Santana Harris will be very keen to score these runs. Ball gets hit to shortstop, advancing Beth Reid home, which makes it now 2-2. Santana Harris got out on the first base. Runner at 2, up to bat number 10, Alison Morhe. Ali had to go at the first pitch, just tipped it. Foul ball. Ball low. Foul ball. We have 2 strikes, 1 ball. Just tipped that one and went to foul ball. Still a 2 strikes, 1 ball. Ali hit on the outside, line drived it to Rebecca Bromhead to complete the out. We're now finishing with top of 4. Stay tuned.
bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Coming to bottom 4, and it's still 2-all. We have number 17 in the batter's box, Taylor Maxwell. That's 1 ball. Lauren Parker throwing hard there, getting her first strike. So that now brings it to 1 ball, 1 strike. Changing the pace there. Taylor Maxwell liked it. Ball got hit out into the infield, which completed the out. 1 down. Up to bat, number 7, Aisha Hooper.
Let's go, Ish.
First pitch. Bit low. It's a ball. A very hard line drive straight back to the pitcher with her catching it. It's a great catch right there. So that means we've got now 2 down, up to bat. Number 25 powerhouse, Karina Howe. Strike 1. Karina was looking at that one, didn't like that one. Umpire called it a ball. 1-1. Karina had a go at that one. Foul tipping. That's now 2 strikes, 1 ball. Ball came in high and in. Which now brings us to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Karina Howe saw that, with Sammy Parks trying to have a go at that. Advances Karina to first base. We have DR, number 5 Michaela Cross coming in. Up to bat, number 9 Rebecca Bromhead. We have 2 down.
Come on, pick up.
Rebecca Bromhead hit the first pitch. Line drive out to centre field. She advances to first base, which moves Michaela Cross to second. Up to bat now, number 13, Bohemian Quinn. Ball low. We still have 2 out. high. Brings it now to 2 balls. Boo hit that one there. The wind pushed it down to foul territory. Brings it now to 2 balls, 1 strike. Boo shaping around now. Saw the ball come down. Brings it down to 3 balls, 1 strike. Boo had another go at that one. Foul ball. We're now at to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Deep in her count. Boo had another go at it, push it out to the foul territory. Boo saw that pitch coming down. It's a little bit on the outside. Advances Bohemian Quinn into first base, which now brings it to number 34, Brooklyn Tebu. And we have a runner on each base. Ball on the outside there. Zone in her count. She saw the pitch go down, which now brings it to 2 balls. That's bringing it up to now 3 balls. Parker B Queen to come back now. Brings it into her first strike. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch came down. A little bit too low, which advances Michaela Cross home, which brings it to 3-2. Brooklyn Temu stays at 1. Up to bat, we have number 1, Michelle Fletcher. Jamie Brere's made some changes to his defensive lineup. We've got Gretchen, number 33, coming in to pitch. We've got Michelle Fletcher coming in for her first at bat. Gretchen's got ahead with her first strike. Still, 4 bases. We've also got number 43, Taneo Amitangi, on first base. Michelle Fletcher hit it to second base with Sammy ending the outs. Side away. We'll be right back.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
We're coming into the top of 5. We've got some defensive changes for the Waitakere Bears. Out in right field, we have number 11, Courtney Walker. Up to pitch, we have number 8, Tyler Morrison. And it looks like Coach Nukunuku is about to make another change. But in the meantime, we have Karina Howes moved to third base. And Neo Amitangi has now moved into shortstop. The umpire making a couple of changes to her notes. Currently up to bat, we have number 6, Lauren Parker. Lauren, be keen to get Otahu back on the board, the leaderboard. Tyler Morrison throwing her first pitch of the game. Lauren Parker saw that, just missed it. She now brings two strikes. Tyler puts her third strike, completing the at-bat for Lauren Parker. Up to bat, we've got number 5, Megan Gladding. Ball high. 1 ball. First strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lauren had a go at that one. Oh, sorry, Megan Gladding had a go at that one. Just fell tip right there. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Ball high. Brings it to 2-2. We can hit another go at that one. Up and over. Foul ball. Count still 2-2. Ball high in the strike zone, which now brings it to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball saw it on the outside. Advances her to first base. Up to bat, number 2, powerhouse Krista Huani. First strike. Still 1 out. Krista hit it hard to Tyler Morrison. Tyler managed to still throw the ball to first base on her knees. Advances Megan Gladding to second base. Up to bat, number 4, Mediana Markia. Mediana had a go at the first one. Into the infield with Karina Howe getting the out. Completes this innings here, and still the game is, we'll come back in bottom of the 5th.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates...
Coming into the top of 5, bottom of 5, we have number 11, Courtney Walker up to bat. First pitch is a ball. Courtney Walker had a go at that one. Jennifer got a good hand on that, but it came into the field, foul territory. Brings it to 1 ball, 1 strike. comes down into a strike zone, brings it to 2 strikes, 1 ball. Courtney had a go at that one, foul tipped it. Courtney having an over at that, heading into the foul territory. Just moving out of the bidders box just to refocus before she comes back into the bidder box. Courtney watching the ball very closely, which brings it into ball. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Courtney making contact, hitting it back to the pitcher. Gretchen getting the out at 1. Up to bat number 8, Tyler Morrison. Gretchen throwing her pitch, and Tyler watching that one. Bit on the outside, makes it a ball. Ball a bit low. Brings it to 2 balls now. Swing and miss there from Tyler Morrison. Brings it to 2 balls, 1 strike. Gretchen changing the pace on that pitch there. Tyler making contact, hitting it to 3rd base. Farrah Brea getting the out at 1. Up to bat number 17, Taylor Maxwell. Ball high. Just going to check a swing there. Umpire's called it a no swing. It's 1 ball. Otahu's got 2 outs. And a nice fast strike there from Gretchen. Taylor adjusting her hands right there, heading into the foul territory. It brings it to 2 strikes, 1 ball. Gretchen throwing the ball down, completing the strike. And we'll just confirm that it's the end of the game. To Waitakere Bears.